Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Destiny's Desires, where we come together to grow, motivate, and inspire the best versions of ourselves. I'm Destiny, of course, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're back, what's up, fam? As you guys can tell by the title, today we're going to be going over my 2018 summer reading list. So as you guys know, it's beginning to be the end of May, and so I kind of personally count summer as June, July, and August. So this year I decided there's going to be 3 different books that I'm going to try to read over the summer, and I encourage you guys to join me. One of the books I read completely and entirely. The second book I read the first half, and the third book I have not read at all. So I'm really excited to read these books. I encourage you guys to read them with me. There's different reasons why I like the books. I'm going to go into that a little bit later on in the video. And so I encourage you guys to get these books, get your read on, get your learning on. And as we're going to go ahead into this first book, it is called You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. And it's by Jenna Sincero. And if I butchered her name, I'm super sorry. I seen a review on this book before, and that's how they pronounced it. So I'm thinking that's how it is. If it's not, I apologize, Jen. And I apologize to anyone else who knows actually how to pronounce her name if I am pronouncing it wrong. But that's how I seen it, and that's what I heard, and so that's why I think it goes. But it's called You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. This is a self-help book. I'm actually, as you can tell by the tabs, I'm actually rereading this book. That's how good it is. It's a self-help book, so it has like little pages where you can do different activities and kind of think about different things in your life. And so I actually go back into each page and do that, and so I'm reading this book more thorough than the first time. I think it's a super good book. I'm going to read a little bit of description on the back to give you a little bit synopsis of what the book is going to be about. It says You Are a Badass is a self-help book for people who desperately want to improve their lives but don't want to get busted doing it. And so I think when you're starting to walk in your journey, you're starting to walk in your path, this is an amazing book to read because it's inspiring, it's eye-opening, and it makes you very aware of different things that you do. And so I'm going to read just a couple of the headlines of the chapters. I'm not going to go into detail with it because I encourage you guys to read on your own, to put your own spin on different topics and what they mean to you. But just to give you a little brief look on what some of the things in there, the first chapter is My Subconscious Made Me Do It. And so it talks about your subconscious and how sometimes things in your past kind of hinder who you are as an adult, and it shows you how to be aware of those things and how to deal with those things. So I think that's super important when walking in your purpose and walking in what you want to do now. You kind of have to know where you came from to know where you're going. And so I think it's super cool that first chapter is a great introduction into the book. The second chapter is the G word, and so she goes into talk about her relationship with God and how important having that spiritual connection is. And once you have that connection, everything else in your walk and your path becomes very clear and very easy. And the third, it's actually not the third chapter, I'm sorry, the sixth chapter, another one that I think was super good is Love the One Is You. And so that chapter is about self-love and how bomb you are, how you're a badass, how you're awesome, how you're equipped, how you are prepared for everything that you go on your walk. You always have the tools, and so it just lets you, it redirects you in a direction to let you know that you are called and that you are capable. And so I think this is a very good first read. So this is the very first book I'm going to read on my summer list, and so I encourage you guys to get this book. It's really good when you're walking in your purpose, you're walking in your path, and it kind of gives you a little guidance and a little guideline. So this is the very first book. The second book we're going to be discussing today is The Smart Girl's Guide to Getting What You Want, How to Be Assertive with Wit, Style, and Grace, and it's by Mary Hartley. I actually got this book maybe anywhere from 2 to 3 years ago. I got it at school in the library, and I was actually, for those of you who don't know, I'm majoring in business entrepreneurship, and so I find myself to be very quiet in business settings, very laid back, not really sharing my opinion or my thoughts. I don't know what it is, but I got this book because I really wanted to become assertive, and I wanted to have an opinion, and I wanted to walk in my opinion, and I wanted to be confident in my opinion. And so that's exactly what this book does. It gives you tips on how to be confident in what you're saying and how to be assertive without being aggressive. They're two different things, and so it tells you the difference between them. And so this is just a little bit of about the book and some of the things that you're going to learn. And it says what assertiveness is and why it matters, how to avoid aggression, positivity, and manipulation. I'm sorry, I'm going to say multiplication. Manipulation, and how can you avoid those different things when in business settings or when just in a setting where you want to be assertive, you want to have an opinion, and you want to walk in it. It says tips and handy tricks for situations including put downs and dealing with bullies. And so when you're in a workplace and you have somebody kind of trying to nudge you into doing something you don't want to do. This book gives you tips on how to get out of that and how to say, no, this is what I think we should do. This is how we should do it. And it gives you that confidence in saying what you know and walking in what you know. And the last one it says is mastering assertive body language and communication. It tells you how to be assertive with people without coming off as too much, how to communicate, specific words to use to say this is the authority that I'm using in what I'm saying, but I'm not trying to overpower you. I'm not trying to dismiss what you're saying, but I'm saying what I'm saying. You know, I said what I said. Okay. So I think this is a really good read for people when you want to find that confidence in what it is that you're doing. So this is the second book. The third book we're going to talk about is The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. If you don't know who Shonda Rhimes is, she is the creator of Grey's Anatomy. Love that show. She's also the creator of Scandal. Love that show. And she's also the creator of How to Get Away with Murder, which is the next show that I'm going to be watching because I just finished Grey's 14 seasons, just binge watched in 3 months, caught up. I actually am watching the 7th season of Scandal. It just came on Netflix, so if you are looking for really good shows, Grey's Anatomy, so good. Scandal, so good. And I'm going to move to How to Get Away with Murder because I'm pretty sure if Shonda Rhimes has anything to do with it, it's going to be completely amazing. So I got her book, Year of Yes, How to Dance It Out, Stand in the Sun, and Be Your Own Person. And so, like I said, I have not read this book, but I do know her work and her TV shows, and if she has any type of control over she does like she has in her shows, I know this is going to be a really good read, and so I'm super excited about it. I'm going to give you guys a little brief on the back of the book so you guys can know a little bit about what it's going to be about. It says, as a self-described introvert with 3 hit TV shows and 3 children at home, Shonda Rhimes has plenty of reason to say no. Then came Thanksgiving 2013 when Shonda's sister Dolores muttered 6 words to her. You never say yes to anything. Those 6 words became a wake-up call and a challenge. She committed for 1 year to saying yes. First came the terrifying public yeses, delivering commencement addresses at Dartmouth, and appearing on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Then came the excruciating private yeses, reevaluating her health and confronting the damaged relationships in her life head on. But perhaps the most difficult and meaningful of all were the yeses that required her to explore, empower, applaud, and love her truest self. With her trademark wit and wisdom, Shonda makes the tiniest epiphanies feel like a revelation. And so I think this is a really good book. I think this book encourages you to say yes, as far as what I'm getting from the description on the back. It's saying yes to life and saying yes to blessings and saying yes to open doors and not letting fear and anxiety and doubt keep you back from blessings and things that are for you. So when you say yes, when you try, when you accept challenges, you grow, you learn, and you get to go in a further place in life. And so I think this is a really good book for the third reading. So